house, and he's got his lights and sirens on. And I was like, man, that's cool shit, right? I got to get me some of that action. So
9, 8, 7, 6.
Allow that paramedic AS.
With a ballistic sheet.
Fire service can't stand into account. Got
What made you want to start in fire? I mean, just like essentially like you owned a company, and I guess these are part of the questions, but you owned a company and now you wanted to join fire at such a late age. I talked to somebody just before that I got on here for you and said that, people that are integrated in their life now are not going to leave their career to join a completely separate career like the fire service. We have to reach the ones that don't have a job yet, the ones that have not cemented themselves in a career. So why, after you've cemented yourself into your own business, did you choose to leave and start fire?
Well, I'll tell you, it goes back to when my wife and I finally decided, where we wanted to settle down, right, and raise our family. It was essentially her hometown, and I was kind of adopted in there. And, we looked at different ways to get involved in the community. And it's just really as simple as one day I see this volunteer fire truck come by our house, and he's got his lights and sirens on. And I was like, man, that's cool shit, right? I got to get me some of that action. So I ended up like following the guy and to the volunteer fire department and said, what is this about, and how do I get involved, and so they brought me in and started to teach me, and I started to understand what the fire service was and what service to the community looked like from that aspect. And the more I trained and the more I got involved in things, someone presented it to me and said, why don't you sign up and take a test and join a career fire department? And it was a hard decision at the time, but I thought, man, let's do this. And that's how it led into that, and I've told this story a couple of times, and I don't want to get too far ahead of the questions, if this comes later, but on the day that the career fire department called me and offered me the job, I was headed home from the northwest part of our state where my boss at the time offered me a promotion, offered to, for me to run an entire office. And so it was a pretty challenging, decision as far as where do I go, which career do I follow? And ultimately, we talked about it and prayed about it and said, let's give this a shot.
Good.
Dispatch, medic 1, show medic 1 en route.